through, you know how to make the crossover at this point. You just got to be able to do the bar end of the rollover at this point. And it's really not hard, but we'll be able to spin stuff on it. How are we going to do this? As we lay out the wire, it's going to be just like we did for the two on the straight through and that one end of the crossover. So it's going to be the orange and brown on the outsides and the green and blue on the inside. Exactly the same order there. As if this was a murder mystery y'all were watching, you wouldn't want me to give away the ending before the end of the show, right? So after all, y'all have paid hundreds of dollars to watch this video in the making, or those watching it to get to watch the video. So I will then do them just like I did on the other end. Now sometimes when I do this as a demonstration to the kids in the high school, or particularly in the junior high school, when I'll go in career days there for them and show them all these plugs, I won't worry about colors there with them and just show them how to do these. But make sure you do realize we are pulling hard there. Because if I'm not sure when y'all start doing it if you're pulling hard or not, I'm going to just reach over and go to pull on this thing to straighten it. If you haven't got a strong grip on here, like you were pulling hard on here, the wire is going to be in my hand. And particularly with junior high school students, it always amazes them that I really did mean really pull hard. Because most of the time y'all are told to be gentle on stuff. But this is the case where you get to take out your aggression on it. So I've nicely done it again. I really have about an estimate where it's going to anyway. I'm going to lay it on here just so I'll make sure. Real close to my finger. My finger shifted out a little bit. And try not to cut yourselves in the process. So now, difference. This is on your opposite end of your rollover. One end of the rollover cable is done just like we already did, flat side up. The other end, because it's a rollover cable, what you're going to do is you're going to slide it on the opposite side. So you're going to put the side clip up instead of the flat side up. Now follow on that. Well, the wire color's exactly the same. We're putting the clip side up. Now if you want it to sit there and make it with it upside down to you, you could do that and still put it on flat side up. But you're putting it on the opposite however you do it. My preference is just slide it in on the clip side up now. So I'll start sliding it in. Got a little bit short on that one, but it made it. And now your colors are the opposite when you look at them from the same side, okay? We'll crimp that. And make sure your crimper is completely open to get that plug in there. Close it. And that's that end. Questions on that? Everybody follow on that one? Okay. Then y'all get to do it now. Oh, let me do one other thing. Show y'all first with this one. Besides it showing you the display on it. So where did I lay that again? So I'll turn it back on. to the one that's dead. Now that I read the numbers, I'm correct. So it's telling us the same thing on here that we found when we were doing it across the little display on it. It says right now, it's got 2 rows of numbers. Top row number says 1, 2, 3, 6, 4, 5, 7, 8. Second row of numbers applies to the other end of the wire. It says 3, 6, 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. Well, that probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense, those 2 rows right off. It's 2 rows. Look at each pair of wires and see how your numbers match. So you've got 1 on the top row matching with 3 on the bottom row. Remember when we ran it across the display one, it was 1 and 3. The white, orange, and the white, green switched. Okay? And they were in the first and the third position. 2 and 6 is the next one. The next one is 3 and 1, and then 6 and 2. 4, 5, 7, and 8 all have the same number top and bottom. So we know we've got it right. But here's one other thing we can do on this fluke meter here, is that we can also test the length of our wire. Why would you want to do that? What's the maximum length we can run this wire? 100 meters. We've got it running through the wall, up, over, etc. Are y'all going to be able to very well run a ruler along there and measure it? Not likely. We can plug it in to each end, and we can set it on the length, and it will come back and tell us how long it is. And it says it's a missed wire on here because it's not a straight through cable. Okay? But it tells me what the length is and says this is a 2-foot cable. It also tells me 1 and 3 and 2 and 6 are missed wire. So we've got a 2-foot cable right there. Okay? Which is handy on that times. Yeah. It'll give us the open. And the open ones are usually where you run the most problem on. Because you didn't get it all the way in there. Alright, any questions on that? Y'all follow how to do these now? No questions?